Hi, how y'all doing today? So we're in a new moon phase, the waxing gibbous, okay? And this phase is about having faith, all right? Knowing that all will be fine. Everything's working out for the best, not to worry. I find the best way to look at stuff like this is the gray area, okay? You just gotta forget about the past, forget about the future, and be in the now, and be like, nothing's good, nothing's bad. It is what it is. And that's all it is. So you don't react to it. Alright? And in 4 days, it will be the full moon. And we shall have another change. Right? So I hear a lot of good things going on in the back channels. I'm happy about it. They might get looking scary here, hearing scary stuff and everything like that. But look at it as being in the gray, okay? Don't get your emotions involved in it. It might be a good idea just to stop looking at stuff and paying attention to what's going on the back channels and in the news, and just find something that makes you happy, right? Be creative, be out in nature, be with the ones you love. Okay? I'm gonna have to be creative. My neighbor gave me a rug hook. She can't do it anymore because her wrist gets too sore. She asked me if she would do it for her. So I said, yeah, sure. It gives me something to do. I didn't have to buy it. I'm not going to keep it. I'll give it to her. But yeah, keeps me creative. Makes time pass faster. So yeah, a lot of strange stuff happening in the world. People are seeing more and more UFO phenomenon all over the place every day. It's interesting. So yeah, I did some research yesterday on a thing called the Spatika Shivling, and it was in a temple in India or Egypt, I can't remember. And it is a crystal phallus with a diameter of 13 inches. It's a big one, right? A couple thieves broke in Monday night and stole it. And yeah, so it got me to thinking about why would they have a crystal penis, right? So I did some more research and found out, because I remember a story about Osiris, Pharaoh, and Set, aka Satan, killed him. It was his brother, right? Because he was the emperor and people loved him, and nobody loved Set. They wouldn't listen to him, so he was jealous, so he offed him. And Osiris's wife cried and cried and cried, and her sister, who just happened to be Set's wife, who just happens to be Set's daughter, right? Um, Said that she knew where her husband had, because Set had cut Osiris up into a bunch of pieces and scattered him in the desert, and she knew where the pieces were. So she told her sister, and her sister went and found all the pieces except for one piece. Guess what piece that was? The phallus, the penis, right? So she couldn't find that. And so her sister, Isis, was a very powerful magician, priestess, whatever you call them. And she made one for her, brought Osiris back to life, and they were able to conceive a child, a boy, and they called him Horus. He had the head of a bird, and he was a good ruler. He took his father's place after the gods seen what Set had done, and after Horus won a competition, because Set cheated, of course, because that's the only way Satan knows how to win, right? That's the thing about people that are psychopathic narcissists. They have no originality. They're not genuine, no creativity, right? So I was thinking, well, I wonder if that was the penis that Iris made for her sister to bring her husband back. And they had it on display in a temple because they're sick and they like stuff like that, right? They have a penis envy thing. It's strange, but yeah. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Oh, did you know that there's more than one Sphinx in the world? There's one in Romania too. A couple other countries as well. It's interesting. And isn't it interesting that we're not allowed to go to all these places in the wilderness where the government says you're not, like the Grand Canyon, which from an aerial view on Google Earth looks like a bunch of pyramids to me, right? Looks like land's been melted and changed and stuff. And there's places in Canada too, I imagine, that we're not allowed to go unless you have a supervision, so you can't see stuff that they don't want you to see. That isn't theirs, it's ours. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what transpires over the weekend. Weekends are always pretty busy, I find, in the back channels, right? Like stuff happens, and then throughout the week you get drip, drip, drip. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop by, make this video, tell you I love you all. Be strong, be brave, be courageous. Okay, and if you got somebody to love, keep them close. Oh, and watch your children too. The Wave bus here in the town I live in is going to the schools at lunch, before lunchtime, and parking out in the parking lot, injecting the children with the COVID-19 vaccine without your permission. And they're doing it everywhere, public schools, high schools. So if you have children, please take care of them, okay? Because they're not going to tell you it's peer pressure, virtue signaling, all right? So yeah, I trust the kids, so if that was something like that when I was a kid, I wouldn't have gone. I didn't like needles. Why would I go volunteer, right? Unless somebody tied me down. So yeah, I love you all, okay? Enjoy your day. Bye.